Hello, all my joy friends, and welcome to Cup2Hook Conversations number 66. All right. Hope everyone has had a great week. Whew. It is definitely turning into fall here, and it was cold this morning, but it is actually warming up this afternoon, so I might be a little bit overdressed. All right. I want to start this off by welcoming everyone who comes into the live and everyone who watches the replay. And if you're watching the replay, I'm going to go ahead and get our question for the night out right away. So you can go ahead and answer it in the comment section if you want when you're rewatching this. So I'm going to get my notes out. Hello, Mayor. Mayor says, hey there. Thank you, Mayor, for coming in. At the current moment, it is just you and I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you for that. I also want to welcome all my returning Joy friends and all of my new Joy friends that are joining me tonight. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this as well. If you're new to my channel, I do read all the comments in the live chat. I know that you can see them, but I encourage everyone to come in and bring a project and work on the project. And if I'm reading the comments, then you don't have to. You can just work on your project and listen. Also, I have the pleasure of having several Joy friends in my little joyful family that are actually seeing impaired or legally blind. And this also allows them to be a part of our lovely show tonight so they can know what is going on, what is being said, and who's saying it. So that way everyone is inclusively involved and no one is being left out. And hopefully, my prayer is that as you come in, you will experience a little bit of joy in my little joyful space, and that you will leave here with a little bit more joy than what you came in with. Mayor says, I was unsubscribed again. That is a travesty. What is wrong with YouTube? They need to quit unsubscribing people. Krista with the Secret Yarnery is another one of my favorite channels. And do you know, it seems like every week I'm like, you know what? I didn't get Krista's notification. And I go in and I'm unsubscribed from her again. So we really need to fix that glitch, YouTube. Our question for tonight, we're going to go ahead and get it out there. The last time we were together and we had a question, it was 2 weeks ago. Because everything was so crazy busy when we were together last week, we didn't even have a question. So I just carried it over to tonight. But the last time we were together, we talked about what sound or noise do we love? So tonight, we're going to do the opposite of that. What is a sound or noise that you do not like to hear? What is something that just gives you the goosies or just makes you quiver or just go, stop? What is a sound that just drives you insane? My answer, I have two actually. My first one is I absolutely cannot stand to hear metal on metal. Like my husband loves to sit and sharpen our knives. And I used to have to always say, can you do that when I'm at work? And of course, you know, as we all know, right now, that's not a luxury that any one of us have. So, yes, I don't like metal on metal. I don't like to hear that. Which is so weird because I'm okay. I can handle hearing nails on a chalkboard, but I cannot handle that metal on metal. Hello, Candy. She says, hi, Cynthia. And Susan is here too. Hello, ladies. So welcome in Mayor, Candy, and Susan. Susan says hello. Ladies, what is a sound you do not like to hear?
I figured you say, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't carry that color anymore.
Mr. Mr. Joyful says he thought that it would be the sound of someone saying, ma'am, I'm sorry, we don't carry that color anymore, referring to yarn. Yes, that would not be a sound I would like to hear either. And the second sound that I don't like to hear is crying. I don't like to hear people crying. It makes me sad when people cry, even if it's joyful tears. But definitely when it's sad tears, it just breaks my heart because I want everyone to be happy. So those are mine. So I am interested to hear what yours are. My brother-in-law would probably say dogs barking because we have 3 dogs that are right here in our little kind of corner of the neighborhood, and they bark all night long. I don't care what it is. They literally are awake all night barking. And he says he's gotten used to it by now, but if I get up and have to go to the bathroom, it's like you can hear them going back and forth, and it's just like, really? Wow. But you know I love animals. But, so I'm surprised that wouldn't be his. But he says he's now gotten used to it. I guess kind of like there's a train that goes by. And I actually sleep better the more trains that pass through. And I guess it's because I've gotten used to the trains going through. But if it's a silent night, it's a restless night for me. So it's funny how some things are delightful to others, and to other people, it's just like, nerve cringing. But anyway, I have a friend, and I love chomping ice. I love ice. And she cannot stand me chomping ice. She says it just runs right up her spine and just gives her the woo goosies. So, all right. Well, I hope everyone's still with me. The chat has not shown anybody else talking. But yeah, I would like to know, what is a sound that you do not care to hear? And I hope I still have everyone with me. All right. What's in your cup? What are you drinking today? I created something special for tonight. I normally have it more in the morning time, but it's getting a little bit warm, and I'm a little overdressed now that it's getting warmer in the evening. But the funny thing is, in about an hour, hour and a half, it will get really, really cold. So maybe I can push through. But I created a banana shake. So I'm having kind of a banana slushy shake. It's a protein shake. It actually has protein in it. So it's my protein with vanilla. And normally I put like the flax seeds in it, but I did not do that this time. So it is just the protein and banana and a little bit of coconut protein powder. Hello, VJ. VJ's here. She says, hello, all. Susan says, the chalkboard thing and kids screaming like a screech. Yes, yes. That is kind of frustrating. VJ says, people sucking their teeth. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Kind of like... Mare says, car tires screaming. And then the sound of collision. Oh, yes. I definitely would agree, Mare. Susan says, sounds good. I'll take one, please. It is actually really good. It's very simple tonight. Normally I put like vanilla yogurt in there, and sometimes a little bit of honey, and sometimes a little bit of cinnamon, but I really, really wanted that banana flavor, the richness of that banana flavor. So I just kept it very simple with the protein powder and bananas, and then I have a little bit of almond milk in there. Candy says, I hate hearing my nephew's girlfriend talking. Oops. Is it because of the sound of her voice or just the talking in general? Hello, Denny. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Welcome in. Denny says, hi, hun. How are you, Cynthia? I am doing very, very well. I am making great progress. I'm so happy. In spite of, I still have not had a PT coach come in 2 weeks. Right now, my PT coach this past week is actually out for her honeymoon, but I don't know. They're going to be shocked when they come back, but shocked in a good way. So I am doing very well. And I'm thinking, I've seen y'all, but I haven't seen you, Denny. I think I mentioned it last week, but I did go to the heart doctor, and the right ventricle is healing well. So it is improving from the embolism. And all they could tell me was I do still have blood clots in my lungs, but they can see that the blood thinners are working. So hopefully in the next month, all concerns of the embolism will not be a concern. And so, yeah, pray for me. I'm trying to kind of start looking for a job that will accommodate my situation. So, and I had the pleasure of speaking with a joy friend this afternoon and kind of reassuring me that even if I have to go in on my cane, that, depending on what the job entails, I can't be discriminated against. So that kind of gave me a little bit more comfort. But anyway. Susan says, I have never had one. It's really, really good. I get my protein powder right now from Walmart. One of these days, I keep saying I'm going to try that one girl's protein powder that's supposed to taste like birthday cake. But but I just get the, women's protein powder at Walmart. And yeah, I just added today almond milk and bananas and ice to make it more of a slushy. After I mix everything together, then I add in the cubed ice so that it kind of gives it that kind of slushy feel. But like I said, most of the time I really doctor it up. Like there's all kinds of goodies in there. Various fruits. One of my favorite is fresh blueberries in it. But yeah, I add a little bit of vanilla yogurt to it to give it more of a creamy feel instead of ice cream. And then, like I said, the flax seeds for more protein, and it gives a little bit of a crunchiness. And honey, I put a little bit of honey in it, and sometimes cinnamon, depending on what it is. So, yeah. Can make them really good and really healthy. Mare says, hi, everyone. Candy says, even better. I hate hearing rude customers. Yes. There's no need to be rude. It doesn't resolve anything, and it doesn't, get you anywhere any quicker. Denny says, sorry, it seems that by the time Friday comes, I'm done for by Friday. Oh, no, I get it. Oh, I get it, love. I'm just saying I just miss you and your sweet smile. That's all. But no, I absolutely understand. And not only that, there's so many other great channels out there at this time of the day too. So please, I hope you will circulate and drop in here occasionally, but always drop in theirs too. So yeah, I love going back and catching them on the replay, but it's fun being in the live. So, you have to kind of move around from time to time. But I also understand about being tired. I was telling a Joy friend today that, I got to run some errands with Mr. Joyful today, and I mean, one of them, we were only in there like 10, 15 minutes, and I was so spent that I couldn't go into the next place, that he had to go by himself. And it's just, crazy. It's like, Lord, this has got to get better. How can I do a job if I can't even walk in a building and walk back out? But at least I'm walking. So I will take my praises step by step. No pun intended. Denny says, by 7 p.m., oh my. I hear you, my friend. Denny says, hi, Mayor. Hi, Susan. All right, so tell me, if you're coming in, what is a sound you do not like to hear? And what is in your cup? And what is on your hook? What have you been working on this week? What are you working on right now? Any plans for what you're going to work on next week? Let me know what your busy hooks are up to. So, I did not get the border on the Midwife Blocks of Love blanket, but I have to by next Friday, because not this Monday, but the following Monday is when that tutorial is supposed to air. So it has to get done. So I will definitely have that done next week. And the reason I didn't get it done is because, one, I'm continuing to make some of those little dress dish soap covers for the bake shop, and a couple more of the towel toppers. But the real reason I didn't get it done is because I chose to go rogue, and I chose to work on a brand new project. I grabbed one of the current Crochet Society boxes that I unboxed and debuted a couple weeks ago, and I decided to do one of the projects in that box. And so this was the book from that Crochet Society, and this was one of the projects that was offered, and that was the color of yarn that they gave me. Hopefully that will focus in for you. And let me just see. This is an up-close picture of the yarn that they sent. They sent 2 skeins. And so that was the color that I used. And it's part of the Bella Coco Kaleidoscope yarn. And I think that one is called Rainbow Drops, is the name of that one. Let me back up here. Well, it didn't specifically say. Oh, yes, it does. It's their Signet Kaleidoscope yarn. So there it is in the box. And I don't know if that's going to focus in, but it's called Signet Kaleidoscope yarn. Signet being C-Y-G-N-E-T. So that was one of the projects right here. I'm going to bring it close because I want to give away any of the pattern. But that was a close-up of it. And again, this is her kind of wearing it. Not Bella Coco, but the creator. And then the other projects, real quick, just to remind you, was the Filet Heart blanket. And then when I did the unboxing, I did not see the third project. I thought they were just demonstrating a little bit more how to do the filet, and I was incorrect. They did have a third project, and it was this cute little hat. Can you see it? Well, I'll go in the picture. Hat and fingerless gloves. So, and the project that I decided to do was the, I really had a hard time between the blanket, the heart filet blanket, and the kaleidoscope shawl. So I chose to do the kaleidoscope shawl. Now I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I think it's more of a cowl than it is a shawl. And I followed the pattern completely to the T. And all their patterns are written in UK terminology. Of course, you have to then turn them over yourself to the US terminology, but they have that little conversion chart on the back of the booklet. And I actually completed everything but the last 3 rows of it because I ran out of yarn. The 2 skeins were not quite enough. So I'm going to slide little Miss Joy over here, and I'm going to let her model it for you. I was going to model it, but it's just gotten too hot. So let me bring my little Joy over here and let her model it for you. And she's not quite tall enough. So this is it here. And hopefully you can see all of these are ridges that stick out and give it texture. But let me just show you. And I'm a tight crocheter, so it wasn't like I crocheted loosely and didn't have enough. But this is how big it is. It's not very big. For a shawl, it might make a shawl for a little girl. But definitely not a grown woman, and not definitely a grown fluffy woman like me. But as a shawl, I mean, as a cowl, I think it'll look very nice. And as it gets colder, and it's pretty, I love it. And I always make my stuff and give it away, but you guys, I'm not giving this away. I'm going to keep this for myself. Is that bad? So that's what my hook has been busy on. VJ says, hot cinnamon tea. Ooh, that does sound good. My favorite is apple cinnamon. So, oh, I love that, VJ. Is what is in her cup. And she says, I am making a messy bun hat. My first crochet pattern went live today. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, VJ, if you can, before this is over, drop the link to that if you want. And that way everyone can go check that out. Candy says, I am drinking a frozen Coke. Oh, that does sound good. I love the icy. And working on my last 30 minutes of work. It's almost time to go home and time for movie night. Hello, Michelle. She says, hi, all. Having to finish a knit baby blanket by October 24th. Sweet, sweet. Boy or girl? Are you making it for a boy or girl? Candy says, oh, yeah, and working on my new Bible study. Oh, fantastic. That is fantastic. Hello, sweet Sylvia. Sylvia says, good afternoon, my dear friend. How are you doing? Hi, everyone. God bless you all. And have a good week. Well, I'm going to jump ahead in my notes a little bit, but you guys, just to make sure that those who are here now can go ahead and say it if they want. But our sweet, sweet Miss Sylvia is having a birthday this weekend. So happy, happy birthday. And by the way, a little something went out in the mail for you today, Miss Sylvia. So happy birthday. Denny says, so pretty. Thank you, Denny. Candy, yay. Praise God. Absolutely. Working on the Bible study. Candy says, thank you, Denny. Denny says, hi, Joy. You look so pretty. She did. But now I took that cowl off of her. So we're going to slide her this way because don't want her to get embarrassed not having anything on. Not that kind of show. Denny says, I am drinking ginger ale and watching my grandsons. The ginger ale is refreshing and watching your grandbabies is as well. How fun. VJ says, thank you so very much, Cynthia. You're welcome. And there is her link for that. And Michelle says, it's universal. They aren't finding out. It is white with different color sparkles. It is not her typing, you guys. It is my eyes having a hard time reading. So that is so cool. How fun and exciting that, Michelle, that they're waiting to find out. So that is going to be beautiful. Mare says, happy birthday, Sylvia. And it's got a birthday cake and a birthday emoji with party favors. Hugs, Mare. And VJ says, happy birthday, Sylvia. Denny says, her birthday is October 3rd. Her and my son share a birthday. I think, yes, that is correct. Sunday. It is on Sunday. All right. So let me get my notes out here so I make sure I go over everything. And again, as I get ready to go through my notes for today, I just hope that everyone stopping in and spending some time with all of us today, that you do leave here with a lot more joy than what you came in. And I'm just hoping that I can transform you to a place of joy in my joyful place. All right. Again, our question for the night is, what is your least favorite sound to hear? What is in your cup? Mine is a banana protein shake. And what is on your hook? Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so good. I can't drink all of that right now or I will have no dinner. All right, speaking of our birthdays, if you don't think I have your birthday, please feel free to drop it in the comment section here below. Email me. You can get my email off of my About page on my YouTube channel. But if I have your birthday, then you will have a special video that will go out on your birthday to help celebrate your birthday and allow everyone here in our sweet Yarny community to stop by and just give you a little birthday wish on your special day, just to help kind of make it a little extra special. And all of the ladies that I am about to call out, because we didn't have any men that had birthdays this past week, but these are all the people that are having birthdays this coming week. So let me make sure I get the right notes. All right. So I'm going to correct myself. This is all the people who had birthdays since we were together last Friday first. So on the 26th, Sabrina Aguilera had a birthday. And on the 29th, Kalina with My Own Utopia had a birthday. And you will find their birthday video links in the description box below. So if you've not already gone over and wished them a happy birthday, you can just go down to the description box, click on that link. It'll take you over to their birthday video, and you can continue to leave them a little birthday message. These are the ones having birthdays this coming week, and their links will appear in next Friday's Cup2Hook Conversation video. But this Sunday on the 3rd, Miss Sylvia is having a birthday, and so is Nancy from Nancy's Hooked on Crochet. And then on Monday, Chris Daniels is having a birthday, and Thursday on the 7th, Sandra John is having a birthday. So please be sure and go over and wish these Joy friends a happy birthday. Let me see if I can pull my computer closer because I'm having a hard time reading. Denny says, Bryn, oh so pretty. Mare says, love the shawl with a red heart emoji. Thank you, Mare. Denny says, Mare, how are you? Hun, good to see you. Candy says, August 21st for me. So we missed your birthday, just missed it not too long ago, Candy. Happy belated birthday. Oh, I was going to say, I had a piece of paper. Where did it go? So let me get you down here, Candy, so I can make sure I get you added in. And yours is August 21st. Denny says, my least favorite sound is my 2-year-old grandson screeching. VJ says, happy belated birthday, Candy. Yes, thank you, VJ, for that. Mare says, my cup right now is empty, but yesterday my son brought me a churro shake from Carvel. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. What a wonderful and yummy surprise that was. Denny says, Mare, yum. And she has a smiley face emoji that has a heart at the mouth. Or is that the tongue sticking out? It's the tongue sticking out. All right. And then Denny says, I have 4 birthdays today. My aunt, my niece, my grandson, Ezra, and my son-in-law. Oh my goodness, what a special day. October the 1st is in your family. All right, so those are our birthdays. Again, if you don't think I have your birthday, please, please let me know when it is. All right, the last time we were together, Mare says, I also hate to hear the sound of a bunch of fire trucks or an ambulance, but I always say a quick prayer. Yes, Mare, I completely agree. Excuse me, that banana shake. How good. Bree says, oh, hey, Bree. Bree is here. She says, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Hello to my 2 Musketeer sisters. Mwah. Denny says, Mare, yes, me too. Right? I don't think any of us like hearing ambulances and fire trucks. Not at all. Or police cars, for that matter. And Denny says, hi, Bree. All right. I did send a message out to Cynthia Lovett, and as I told y'all, she's in the process of moving from one state to the other. I have not heard back from her. So, Bree, I'm glad you're on here. So I am going to give her till the end of this month to try to get back in touch with me. And I know that's a little bit longer than we normally give. But again, I can completely have empathy for someone who's not only moving, but moving from one to the other. So I can understand that it's taking some time and probably time to get internet set up and all of that. So she is probably not even able to check her emails right now, unless she can by her phone. But I'm not going to assume that she can, but I'm going to give her enough time to get back. But Bree and I have already talked about this. And if on the last, well, that's 4 more weeks from now. We'll just make it some fun. The last Friday of the month is October 30th. So we'll just draw a name. Bree, maybe we'll do it right here on Cup2Hook. We'll just draw a new name right here. So that's what we'll do. And this is the August giveaway that Bree and I did, well, in August. So if I haven't heard from Cynthia by the end of the month, Bree and I will draw a new name for that giveaway. Because Bree's ready to give that box of goodies to somebody. All right. For those of you that have been following along in the mornings for the Joy blogs, we have been looking at devotions under the topic of wisdom. And today we rolled into a new topic. And so for the next week, we will be looking at morning devotions with God under the topic of gladness. So how exciting is that? Mare says, wow, that's a lot of birthdays, Denny. Bree says, hi, Denny. Denny says, Mare, yes, it is. I have been with my grandson all day. Bree says, no problem. We can just get this month's up as well. Sounds good, Bree. Denny says, I love your devotionals. Oh, thank you so much, Denny. Denny says, yes, gladness. We all need a little bit of gladness. It's been a crazy year, hasn't it? So I'm excited to see what God has to share with all of us about gladness. And Erica says, hi, everyone. All right. On Fun Day Monday, our movie projects. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, so the beginning of September was the finale for the tutorials for the Midwife Classic Baby Blanket. This Monday is the finale for the Midwife Born in Love blanket, which is done kind of like a mile a minute baby blanket. And then 2 weeks from this Monday will be the finale for the Midwife Blocks of Love blanket that's done like granny squares. So our Midwife baby blankets are all coming to an end. And we are entering the 4th season. Last week, we entered the 4th season of Call the Midwife. So how exciting is that? I will talk more about that in a minute when we get to that section of our notes. Denny says, hi, Erica. Mare says, hey, you purple diva. I just finished 3 knitted hats and coordinated owl, all with lots of rich eggplant purple and this gorgeous Yarn Bee bright yarn. And she is talking to Bree, because you know Miss Bree, our little Huggle Buddy, had dyed her hair purple. VJ says, hi, Erica. Denny says, VJ, long time no see. And she has smiley face emojis that are laughing so hard they're crying. And Denny says, Mare, oh, so pretty. Yes. Of course, Mare's work is pretty in general. She's a great crocheter and knitter. So, all right. Also, under Once Upon a Storybook this week, we had another angel story. It was titled The Day the Angels Drove. It was about a truck driver. So some of you shared how close that hit to home because you have husbands that drive trucks. You know, our great Yarny sister, Dana with Wonderless Crochet drives a truck. So it was a really, really good, endearing story. And again, all these angel stories are actually true stories. And so I'm going to go ahead and give you a hint at the title for next week's, this coming Tuesday. Those come out on Tuesdays if you're new to my channel. And that angel story is titled Voice in the Fire. So that's all I'm going to share on that. Got to come check it out on Tuesday. All right. VJ says, I know, Denny, I have really missed you. And she's also given her a smiley face emoji with tears coming out the eyes. And Denny says, Mare and I go back at least 3 years. It's a long friendship, my joy friends. Today, for Cup2Hook Bible Chats, we did Ruth chapter 2. It was titled Ruth's Work as a Gleaner. And for those of you who are not sure, a gleaner is somebody that walks kind of behind and picks up the grain that is dropped from the bulk of the harvest. So they get to pick up the scraps. And I was looking for a special note I have, but I have appeared to misplaced it. Oh, it's sitting right here. So the actual definition is a gleaner is collecting leftover crops from farm fields after they have been commercially harvested. And in the book of Ruth, God had told the farmers in Israelite to purposely leave some of the grains behind so that the poor and any foreigners could come in and get it and be able to feed themselves and work for their food with dignity. And if any grain is ever dropped accidentally, they are not to pick it up. They have to leave it. So I thought that was really cool and interesting, and something that we can all learn from is to just continually help look out for one another and within our means help when we can. It helps us to have a generous heart. But the exciting thing is that I got the Bible study out on time. Whoop, whoop for me. Because I have not been able to do that since I got home from the hospital. So I was so happy to have it up on time. Ruth only has 4 chapters. So this was our second week of Ruth. And so we only have 2 more weeks of Ruth. After that, the Bible study chats will actually start coming out on Wednesdays instead of Fridays. That way you're not having everything on Friday. The Bible studies, this live, and then our movie night. So we'll move Bible studies to Wednesday when we finish the book of Ruth in 2 weeks. And then that way on Fridays, we just have this live and movie night. Mare says, I am so hooked on Call of the Midwife, but boy, do I cry my eyes out and also smile over the baby's birth. I couldn't agree more, Mare. This has been a really great series. And of course, I know I said that about Longmire, but Longmire was more like that kind of, suspense sort of thing. This is more like really getting in touch with humanity, really finding out where your humanity is. And yes. And Call the Midwife also, it's not just about babies being born. They actually deal with a lot of issues, some very, to some degree, some might call them political, but I call them life issues that even today people are dealing with. Not just when this was going on in the 1940s and the 1950s, and actually where we're at right here, and I'll be giving an answer for tonight. So if those of you that are here are playing tonight, well, you'll just know. But as we come into season 4, we're actually rolling into the 1960s. And it's amazing that some of the issues that were really big in the 1960s, that even all the way here in 2021, we have people that are still dealing with them and still being ostracized. And then I don't care whether it's, 1000 BC or it's 1960 or it's 2021, the loss of anybody, the loss of any loved one, it is never an easy thing, and it never gets easier. People have been dying for thousands and thousands of years, but life is life and breath is breath. And loss is hard. It doesn't matter what your relationship is to that person. Loss is hard. And we just really need to always remember to embrace one another when they've not only gone through a loss, but they're dealing with an issue that society just criticizes them for. But life in general is hard, and we really just need to reach out more and take Michael Jackson's, look on life. I mean, we are the world. We need to reach out and embrace one another. Part of what makes us so great is that we're not cookie cutter people. We don't all look the same. We don't all act the same. We don't all talk the same, meaning the dialect, meaning the sound of our voice, our accents. I mean, that's what makes us a great nation, is we're a little mixture of everything that makes something beautiful. And can you imagine if we all look the same? Oh my gosh, if everybody in the world looked like me, we would be wearing masks over our entire face, not just our mouth, but for a whole different reason. I mean, it's so good. It's like, can you imagine a world without color? Miss Sylvia, you do. You have to imagine a world without color. But it's because you have great people in your life that they can describe the color to you. They can put things up to your nose so you can smell it and maybe associate that with color. But it takes the act of kindness for things like that to be possible. And so we are the world. Love one another. Be kind to one another. On my Facebook page, it says, I think it's, if you can choose to be good or kind, choose kindness every single time. Anyway, didn't mean to get off on a soapbox there, but we just need to love each other. Be joyful. All right. But yes, Mare, I cry almost every episode. Denny says, I am going to start Call the Midwife. Woo, woo. Come join us, Denny. We'd love to have you. Even come tonight. Just guess for fun. We have people that guess anyway. Some of them, we just found out, Sweet Candy, she can't even get Call the Midwife on her Netflix where she's located. And that was something that was eye-opening to me and showed how ignorant I was when it came to Netflix. I just thought if you've got Netflix, we all have access to the same thing, and that's not true. I've come to learn that depending on the state you live in or the country you live in, you may not have certain shows in, your queue. So that was an eye-opener. But Candy has agreed to come and play and guess through the whole thing, and she'll kind of find out about what the episodes are about through the questions. But it's the fellowship and the fun. So please come, Demi. We would love to have you. Denny says, Ruth was a gleaner. Yes, she was. Mare says, Denny, you are such a wonderful knitter, and I wish you would show off more of your work. You tell her, Mare. Whoop, whoop. Cheering each other on. I love it. I love it. Inspire one another. Y'all are wonderful. Denny says, Mare, I don't knit that much. I just started back this year, but thank you so much. Candy says, time to get ready to go home. See you at movie night to guess my answers. Whoop, whoop. Hugs to you, Candy. Be careful going home, and I will see you in a little bit, my friend. Hugs, hugs. Hello, sweet Margie. Margie says, hi, everyone. Mare says, laugh out loud, Candy. Denny says, good night, Candy. Denny says, hi, Margie. Bree says, I know we keep arguing over the same old things. Humans aren't growing at all, it seems. At this rate, the aliens will never come talk to us. Sadly true. It's like we're so stubborn and hard-headed, and I am definitely talking about myself. Why can't we just get it? I mean, God has been showing us from day one of Earth's existence to love one another, and that in doing so, he'll give us everything we need. We won't have to struggle, but nope. We're so hard-headed and stubborn that we struggle because we're so hard-headed and stubborn. You're so right, Bree. So right. Mare says, I guessed through most of Longmire, and it was fun. I got to be silly. And she has bumblebees, 3 bumblebee emojis. Hello, Sheila. Sheila says, hi, all. I am here with a big smiley face emoji. Not sure for how long, but happy to be here again. It is so great to have you, and I'm so glad you are here, even if it's briefly. So going on to the next thing, it is talking about movie night, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of that because we've already talked a good bit on it. But we do have that tonight starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in just a little over an hour from now, we will be looking at Call the Midwife Season 4, Episode 2 and 3. Again, if you've not seen those episodes, but you want to have some fun and you just want to laugh and have a moment to kind of de-stress and just push all the stress and all the craziness of life away, come hang out with us because we definitely laugh. I have no idea what Mr. Joyful is bringing to the table tonight. Pardon me, you guys. Who would think I'd be burping on banana protein shake? Just rudeness, I tell you. I apologize. My mama raised me better. I don't know, Mayor. What is it? About 4 or 5 weeks ago, Mr. Joyful just got up in the middle of movie night and kept going back and forth, back and forth. And we were all like, what is going on? And he started baking cookies. And so now every movie night, he's been bringing some kind of snack to movie night. So I don't know. I don't ever get to see it till you guys see it. It's kind of like the mystery question. I don't know what it is until you see it. But him and Mare kind of have this little treat thing going on, kind of like a cake war. It's so cute, except it's not always cake. It's, for the most part, been cookies lately, but it's cute and fun. But come join us. Mare says, we are happy to have you, Sheila. Yes, we are. VJ says, hi, Sheila. Last week, our weekly winner, because I'm going to laugh at, that specific sound. I know who that was. That's Trisha with the purple Yarnivore. She should be on my live instead of sending me messages. I know she'll be here for movie night, though. Our weekly winner last Friday night was Trisha with the purple Yarnivore. So how kind of, crazy cool that was that she just beeped in. And Miss Margie, who's here with us right now, yay! She won the highest amount of points last week. Every 25 points you get to put your name in this cute little red wooden Chinese box. And so when we're completely done with Call the Midwife, we'll draw a name out of that box, and that person's going to win this grand prize Call the Midwife giveaway. And so, of course, the more points you get, the more times your name goes in the box. You get a point for every question you answer, 2 points if you answer the question correctly first. And then we have bonus questions that you can get 3 points on. The first person who gets that bonus answer in, they are the only ones to get 3 points. But all the other questions, as long as you answer it right, you get points. So it's very easy to get points, even if you've not seen the show. It's almost like a 50-50 guess, But Miss Margie had the most points. She came in with 74 points last Friday. So yay, Miss Margie. And everybody's scores that's ever played since we started Call the Midwife are listed in the description box under the movie night live, and it has their total running scores and how many slips of paper they have in the box. So it helps them keep up with everything. And those scores are updated as soon as we get out of movie night. As soon as that live closes, I go in and update those scores. All right. I don't know if you've noticed, but the Saturday shout outs have started back up. I am doing those again. They are a little bit different. Right now, I am not necessarily featuring any content creators. And the only reason that is I just haven't had the time to get that back in. I may even create a separate video for that in the future. But for now, I'm just still having to do baby steps on my channel as I kind of recover and get back on my feet. So right now, Saturday shout outs, because I did have some comments made from some new Joy friends. So I want to make sure everyone understands what those are. I've been doing Saturday shout out slideshows for a year and a half now. And in the past, it would highlight about 10 subscribers and then, 1 or 2 content creators. And right before I went into the hospital in August, I actually had the opportunity to kind of put every subscriber that had subscribed to me's name up on a Saturday shout out over the last year and a half. So I've gotten everybody. So what I've decided to do going forward is Saturday shout out will be about recognizing all my new Joy friends in the previous month. And those videos will run every Saturday with their names. So for that whole month following, it will just kind of be a little shout out for them. It doesn't mean that I still don't love my previous Joy friends, because I do. But that's kind of what I'm doing and keeping it fair. And then maybe if I have a month where I don't have any new Joy friends, then maybe I'll do something special to make up for that. But for now, those Saturday shout outs are just introducing new people who are subscribing to my channel. And if you're new, once again, I don't like the word subscriber, so I don't call you subscribers. I call you Joy Friends. Miss Bree calls you Huggle Buddies. I love that. Mare says, I am ready for that sugar monster tonight. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you're bringing to the table. And Sheila says, I'll have to check my Netflix to see if I can get Call the Midwife. Oh, please do, Sheila. I tell you, we would love to have everyone. The more, the merrier. I mean, I don't know if y'all seriously have noticed, but I've been losing weight in my face. And I really, really think it's because I'm using all these muscles, laughing so hard on movie night. So that's what I'm crediting it to. So the last thing I want to say about Saturday Shoutouts is it is a slideshow. The whole thing is a slideshow. It always has been. It's never been me talking. And I know some people have kind of accused me of having a long introduction to make people watch that video. And again, because you're not going through the whole thing, you're not realizing that it is a slideshow. I don't even appear in that video at all. I am not trying to gain minutes or watch time through those Saturday shoutouts. So it is not a long introduction. The entire 1 minute is a slideshow. And I don't even think the one going out starting tomorrow is even a minute long. If it is, it's just at a minute, but I don't even think it's that long. I think it's only like 30, 40 seconds. So anyway, I just wanted to clear up that misunderstanding. I don't put any videos out there to specifically try to get so many watch hours or watch minutes or time off of them. I'm putting it out there because I'm hoping that the content will bring you joy. That is the only reason I do anything on my channel. All right. The only special video I put out this past week was last Sunday. And again, all of the links to all my videos over the past week are down in the description box below. But Trisha with the Purple Yarnivore, before I went into the hospital with the embolism, she tagged me to do a video called What Do You Call It? And it asked 20 questions, and I'm supposed to give the word that described those questions. And Mr. Joyful joined me, so he also gave his answers. So it made it about an 18-minute video because it was the both of us. But it was fun for us both to interact and kind of come and spend some time with you guys. But I hope you'll check that out. And again, the link is in the description box below. Mare says, how sad that those friends don't watch a minute video to the end. Right. The biggest thing is I just wanted to clear up, though, their misunderstanding. But yes, if they had just watched it, and it wasn't very long, they would have seen that it wasn't an intro. But anyway. But they specifically said that whenever there's a long intro, they themselves specifically just get out of the video. And anyway, it is sad. Margie says, need prayers for my sister-in-law. She's in the ICU due to COVID. She is improving, but still has a long road ahead of her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Margie, excuse me. What is your sister's first name? And since you've put it here, is it okay for me to put her on our prayer list that comes out in our Bible chat video? Mare says, prayers, Margie, for your sister-in-law. Margie says her name is Sherry, and yes, it is okay. Well, I will definitely get her added to both my personal prayer list and the one that goes in the Cup2Hook Bible chats. And I appreciate anyone and everyone that will pray for Sherry. COVID is real, you guys, and it's hard. My friend who has 4 children that had COVID, they are all doing much better. And then I have a friend who's a nurse who had COVID, and actually she texted me right before I came on here, and tonight is her first night returning back to the hospital to work since having COVID. So she's nervous and excited. She's been a charge nurse for many, many years, but nonetheless, she's been out for a good hot minute. And so she's, you know, just a little nervous about going back. So I prayed for her that everything will go smoothly tonight as she returns. Margie says, thank you, Mayor. Sheila says, sending prayers for your sister-in-law, Margie, and she has 3 praying hands emoji. Thank you so much, Mayor and Sheila. Margie says, thanks, Sheila. Bree says, how sad they think the worst of a person before they even know the creator. Sure, some do stuff like that, but this channel here has principles and scruples. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Again, our question of the night is, what is a sound that you do not like to hear? And in my cup was banana, shake, and on my hook was the kaleidoscope. I'm going to call it a cow. It wasn't long enough to be a shawl. But it is beautiful enough that for the first time in many, many years, it is a make that I'm keeping for myself. And so, what is a noise you don't like to hear? What is in your cup? What is on your hook? Those were the questions of the night. And if you don't think I have your birthday, please make sure you drop it in the comment section or send me an email letting me know so I can make sure I have a special birthday video for you on your special day. If you are a content creator and you would like to drop your link so others can go check out your channel, please feel free to do that before we get off. And we're going to soon be getting off. So if you want to go ahead and do that, if you've got anything special going on, a special video, a giveaway, or anything, please feel free to drop those links as well. Sylvia says, and everyone, I'm still here, but I'm eating dinner and my hands are dirty and I can't touch the screen. Sorry. God bless you all, and hi to everybody that's in the chat today. She is so sweet, everyone. And again, she's a birthday girl. She has a birthday this Sunday. Hope you will go check out our 2 wonderful ladies, Sabrina and Kalina, that had birthdays this past week, and all the wonderful ladies that are coming up this week with birthdays. Bree says she has Mountain Dew and a virus shawl destined for a farmer's market. Bless you. I appreciate all your help. And hearing a baby cry drives me crazy. Yes, yes. All right. It is time for us to start closing, and we're going to close with our Joy Basket moment. Bree says, Huggles, Miss Sylvia. Yes, yes, Huggles, Huggles. And our Joy Basket moment is titled Gentle Answer. It comes from Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. And it says, a gentle answer will calm a person's anger, but an unkind answer will cause more anger. Well, it's under Proverbs, so it's definitely a proverb, and it makes lots of sense. Thank you, Mare. Mare has dropped her link, so if you guys are not a part of her sweet family, please go over and show her some joy by giving her some thumbs up on our videos, hitting her subscribe button. Sheila says, nothing to drink. Well, my friend, if you were here, I would share some of my banana protein shake with you. Margie says, coffee is in my cup. Margie does love her coffee. Baby blanket is on my hook. How sweet. Sound I hate is a child screaming. I will be doing a giveaway this weekend on my channel. So need to make sure we go check that out. Margie, do you know how to drop your link? If not, I will drop the link to your video so everyone can find that giveaway. Just let me know if you need me to do that. Sylvia says, I have coffee in my cup and I'm eating fried chicken. Ooh, that sounds so delish. Macaroni salad and avocado. Ooh, I love avocados. I don't care how you fix it. And I am making a granny stitch star blanket and I don't like to hear sirens, right? I think we all feel that way about the sirens, Sylvia. It's not a good thing. Somebody is not doing good if we hear sirens of any kind. VJ said, there's VJ's link. Thank you, VJ, for sharing that. Sheila says, scrappy Afghan. Aren't those the best? Like, Mare and I talk about that a lot, using scrap yarn. And Mare is like the queen of using scraps. So that is sweet, Sheila. Margie says, could you please? I will. Bree said, there's Bree's link. Sheila says, too busy to sit and drink. We'll drink tea later. I hear you. Hello, sit and drink. We'll drink tea later. I hear you. Hello, sweet Mel. Mel is here. She says, hi, everyone, coming to us all the way from Trinidad. And Mel says, hi, sweet Cynthia. Hello, my sweet friend. Oh, thank you, VJ. You guys, there's Margie's link. VJ has dropped it for you, Margie. So thank you, my sweet friend, VJ. Bree says, sneaky peek giveaway in the 3-color challenge. Oh, hint, hint, hint. VJ says, hi, Mel. Sheila says, crickets drive me crazy. Oh, good thing you weren't at movie night last week then. And I don't know if Mr. Joyful is setting it up outside or not tonight, but we did it on our porch last night to have that campy feeling so we could hear the crickets. So I hope you'll still come sit with us, whether we are outside or not. And I say outside, we're still on a closed-in porch, but you can still hear the crickets. Just turn your volume down. Mare says, here is Margie's link. Oh, thank you, Mare. Y'all are so sweet, but I already knew that. Mare says, hey, VJ, great minds, right? Thank you to both you ladies for helping me and Margie out with that. All right, our joy basket moment. I'm going to reread our Proverbs just because I interrupted. Gentle answer. Proverbs 15:1 says, a gentle answer will calm a person's anger, but an unkind answer will cause more anger. Although the facts may stand, delivery is foundational. When someone engages us angrily, our instinct is an angry rebuttal. Our walls come up because we do not feel safe, and our irritation begins to surface. To return anger for anger, however, only heightens emotions, but it does not solve the problems. In these moments, we can remember what the Lord Jesus did when confronted with angry individuals or even angry mobs. He remained calm. He spoke truth, and nobody could ever find fault in him. His wise and gentle answers left people baffled and touched their hearts. Regardless of whether the situation is fair or not, we need to follow Jesus's example if we want to see lives changed. Well, oh my gosh, how perfect is that to what we were just talking about a few minutes ago? The prayer that goes with this tonight says, Lord, please fill our hearts with gentleness. Help us recognize what a powerful tool it is. More than we want to retaliate, we should want to see hearts changed. We want people to recognize you in us. What are some things you can do to remain calm when someone approaches you angrily? A gentle answer, gentleness. You know, one of the things, I've worked in management positions almost my whole life. And over, one of the biggest things that they taught us in training is when someone gets angry, a lot of times they get very vocal and very loud. I mean, just screaming. But if while they're screaming, you are talking very quietly and very calmly, you will soon begin to see them come down. And it's not because the situation has been fixed or de-escalated. It's the fact that they can't hear what you're saying because they're being so loud. And unbeknownst to them, because they're bringing their volume down so they can hear you, they're actually calming themselves. So in a sense, maybe you are calming them. But I can't begin to tell you how many times I practiced that in several of my different jobs, and it really does work. The only time I think I ever really failed to remember that is some of the arguments I had with my children as they were growing up. I'm mom, I said so, that's all that matters. But it is true, my friends. If we face others with gentleness, if we lower our voice and remain calm and talk calmly, they will calm down, and chances are things are easier to be resolved and problems are able to be discussed and handled in a much better way and atmosphere than if we respond in anger and raising our voice, because all it does is create a bigger problem and invite other people in that really have no business being in that situation. But you know what I'm talking about. You've heard it. We've sat on our porch and we'll hear somebody screaming. It happened on movie night the other night. Or you're in a restaurant and an argument breaks out, or you're at work and two employees or an employee and a customer get into it. You're like, whoop, what? Because we put our business where it doesn't belong. We've seen it on our YouTube community. So yeah, moral of the story is remain gentle, use gentleness, respond with gentleness, and it'll keep everything calm and joyful. VJ says to Bree, what is a sneaky peek giveaway? Basically what she's saying, VJ, is she has a video up, and somewhere in that video is a giveaway offer, but it's sneaky peek because it means in no way does the title of her video give away that it's a giveaway. So in other words, visit her channel and watch some videos and you'll find a sneaky peek giveaway in one of them. So Bree and I actually have another giveaway together that's going to be coming out, and it's going to be a sneaky peek Pete giveaway as well. So it just means that Pete's being sneaky where he gives those giveaways, but that's what it is. And Bree, I hope it was okay I shared that. If not, then I will be asking for forgiveness in a gentle way. VJ says, right, Mayor. Sylvia says, I just threw yarn in everybody's window and subscribed. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. That is so sweet. But Sylvia is a sweetheart anyway. Mayor says, kill them with kindness. It throws them off their game and drives some nasty people absolutely nuts, right? Sheila says, thank you for the reading and prayer. Amen. You are so welcome. And she has a praying hand emoji. VJ says, ah, clever. Yes. Sheila says, Have to run. If I get home in time, will join you for movie night. Big hugs and love to you all. And she has 3 red heart emojis and 3 emojis with hugs. Thank you, Sheila, and hugs to you, my friend, if you're still here. Be safe driving home. And yes, we would love, love, love to have you for movie night. Bree says, you are fine. All right. Well, that wraps us up for Cup2Hook Conversations for tonight. You guys, thank you again for coming and hanging out with me. You have no idea how much it just truly, truly makes my heart smile to be able to have this time with you and help me pray about my technology savviness. And the reason I say that is I probably will experiment sometime this upcoming week. So if you see it, come join me. But I'm going to play around with StreamYard this week. And if I can get comfortable enough with it, then this live, this hour, will become a StreamYard live, meaning that it will give me the opportunity to allow some of you to come up and say, hey, and talk about and show some of your works, what's on your hook, if you'd like. So let me know in the comment section your feedback on that, if that's even something you're interested in. I don't want to copy anybody else. I don't want to have specific shows where it's scheduled and I've got a special guest or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of leave it, on the fly of the moment, keep it just very natural and, I have 2 words in my head, but they're not what I want to say. Unplanned and non-stressful. So whatever those 2 words make, that's what I want it to be. Laid back. Thank you. I want it to be laid back. Somebody was whispering at my ear, one of you. But I want to keep it very laid back and just joyful. So let me know what you think about that. Because surely you would like to hear from each other more than me. So Mare says, take care, everyone, and stay safe. Thank you for that, Mare. All right. Well, that is all of our business for today. And thank you for those of you that shared what's in your cup, what's on your hooks. Thank you for those that shared what noises you do not like to hear. And I will be anxious and excited to, not really anxious, but I will be excited to see what those watching the replay say in their comments. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope you will come and join us for movie night. If not, I'll see you around the community or right here next Friday. Until then, hugs, hugs, hugs. Be joyful. Let your joy tanks overflow and make your own joyful creations and stay crafty. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.